Hello! Today I have a message called Set Down Your Armor. Here is the short version first. Embattled warrior, set down your armor. You've been an embattled warrior in the sense that you're just trying to stay alive here. You don't need armor at home, and home is where you are. The love of God sustains and carries you. When you are willing to stop denying what is true, Spirit is here to help. So that's the whole thing. If that's enough, have a beautiful day. And if you want to rest in it for a while and explore it, then here's the next part. Okay, embattled warrior, set down your armor. So anytime I don't feel good today, I can see myself as having all of this armor I don't need. Because what's here for me and for all of us? Just miracles. And we could do, in mind, many acrobatics trying to keep the miracles away from us. But now we can see that's unnecessary. We can just rest and invite them in. Everyone is entitled to miracles, and miracles are behind every problem that we perceive. And instead of judging the problem, we can look through the problem, see the miracle, and invite it. And it becomes very simple. Set down your armor. If we're looking across at another and we feel that defensiveness, then we might see that other with armor too, and it doesn't matter what kind of emotional or physical armor they might have. Maybe their armor is success in the world or personal attractiveness. Maybe their armor is lack of success in the world or lack of personal attractiveness or all of the things people would say that they want. When we say we want something, that's not peace, that's not sanity, that's not truth. We're just parroting the thoughts of our own insanity, and it doesn't mean anything. So whatever armor we see over there, whether it seems to be an especially good armor or an especially bad armor, the armor doesn't matter. It's the being behind the armor. And if I'm seeing a person as a problem, sometimes we see a person as a problem. Behind that problem is a miracle. And all I have to do is say yes to the miracle. There's something here that's going to make me see everything completely differently, and it's okay for that to happen. You've been an embattled warrior in the sense that you're just trying to stay alive here. So we have had this idea, I have to struggle to get through. And we can set down that idea as many times as it occurs to us, because there's something here. When we're in struggle mode, sometimes we're anticipating problems and, according to how we see things, avoiding problems. I'm anticipating a problem, I'm avoiding a problem. And we get caught up in this and don't know how to see our way out of it again. But every time we anticipate a problem, we could look behind the problem and see, oh, it's just a miracle. I covered up the miracle, the thing that would restore me to my sense of myself and my sense of you. I covered that up with a problem. And now I'm looking toward the miracle, and now I'm willing to allow the miracle to transform my sight, to give me vision, to handle everything, to be the appropriate response to everything. And if this edge rises up within you where the ego's insisting on action, it's not like action disappears. We are inspired to action, but we can carry that out in peace. We can carry that action out knowing that we're loved. We can carry that action out knowing that everyone who seems to be around us is loved. So it's not like action instantly disappears. It doesn't. It gets used. So today, I can let action get used by spirit, by what I am, by what you are, by what everybody is. And it's not a bad idea to take a moment during the day and reset and remember, oh, I'm spirit, everyone's spirit, everything is spirit. So what's immediately behind the surface of fear I project out onto everyone and everything is very trustworthy. So I learned to look at that and remember that it's trustworthy, and I can put my trust in it, this being. All of these miracles that help me become very aware of this being and very, the word rejoiceful came in, which is not an actual word, but whatever, rejoiceful, because it doesn't matter what the surface is you're seeing. The being is the important thing, and it's here, and it's always been here, and it will always be untouched, and it's always perfect. Okay, you've been an embattled warrior in the sense that you're just trying to stay alive here, and now I see somebody trying to stay afloat in the water, in the struggle not to die. Well, we can stop and remember that being is eternal. And yes, we made this world in which things pass away and bodies pass away. Bodies are not forever. Bodies right now are tools that spirit can use. We can also have the orientation that bodies are tools, and what's going to use them is strife or evil or something we don't trust. Actually, we're putting our trust in it. When we think evil's real, we're putting our trust in evil, which now seems like an insane thing to do. I can see that. So you've been an embattled warrior in the sense that you're just trying to stay alive here. A force comes in to uplift you. Now you're floating in the water. This force, this power, sustains us, and it doesn't just sustain you, it sustains everyone. And we learn to put our trust in it. We remember how much we love it. We love power. You can be power hungry. No, you're not power hungry. You're power fulfilled. You can love power because you have it, and you can feel very good about everybody because everybody has power. When do they have power? Now. And what can that power be used for? It can't be used for destruction. It can only be used for love. And if I am experiencing a drama in which a type of power exists that is destructive, I'm number one, insane. Good to know. If I'm insane, I need help. I'm number two, hallucinating. Good to know. If I'm hallucinating, I need help. And that power that's here within everyone and everything is the sanity that all of us share. And we can depend on that. We just learn to consistently put our focus here and to see the dependence and to celebrate the interdependence. We can all be interdependent on this actual power that could not harm. That's not what power does. It could not harm. But we're hallucinating harm, and that's where we need help. That's where the miracles come in to help us. They undo the hallucination of the possibility of harm and destruction. That's why we want to see a miracle behind every problem and say, oh, there's the solution. I don't know what it is or how it comes, but there it is, and today I accept it. You don't need armor at home, and home is where you are. When I'm disturbed, in any tiny way, I have forgotten I'm home. I seem to be wherever I seem to be in time and space. Pick a time, pick a space. That's where I seem to be in that moment. And that doesn't matter because that's my dream, okay? Hey, I had a dream last night and I was in a certain time and I was in a certain place. Big whoop. It doesn't matter. Where are you actually? You're home and you're dreaming. And yes, while we seem to be here in this dream, we definitely have practical concerns. But what meets those practical concerns? We come to trust that the being we are comes in and lights up our path and walks us through those practical concerns. Even though we're hallucinating them, they seem very real and very impactful. And what we are comes through to walk us on a pathway through those practical concerns. You don't need armor at home, and home is where you are. Home is where you're resting, and home is where you're rejoicing. And home is where you're truly with everyone and everything, truly with them. Here in the perception of time and space, it looks like we're separate. We're separated by circumstance, by opinion, by geography, and not all of that is imagined. Look at our mind. Look at our very powerful mind and what it has imagined. And in the sense that we feel we're an individual, that we're alone, that we're just one of us, separated off, we can't do anything about that. But in the sense that we remember we're a being, we can remember we're at home, and we can put the power of home, you might call that heaven, call it heaven if that's better for you. Put the power of home in charge of every word you speak, in charge of every thought you'd have, in charge of every action you take. Put the power of home in charge of every word someone who looks like other would speak. Then we're not confining them in a personality, saying, I know what this one does this, and this one does. No, home's in charge of that one. Home's going to control what that one says. Home's going to control what that one does. Because home is just, it's simple. It's just the goodness we share. Home is the power that cannot harm. When we're home, we know destruction is impossible. And now we're remembering, seeming to be here, hallucinating being here. We're remembering destruction is impossible. But why am I hallucinating it? What is going on? And when you wake up to that, you understand you need help. And then you're shown where the help is, and then you can take advantage of the help in every moment. Okay, the love of God sustains and carries you. And if you're allergic to the God word, then you could say the love of what you truly are sustains and carries you. Or if you want to have fun with it, you pick a random person. The love of the mail carrier sustains and carries you, because the same love is within or behind every character, shining down upon them, shining out from within them, even if you can't see it. It's there, and it can't go anywhere. Love is the steadiest thing about all of us. Love is the most sane thing about all of us. And so we learn to put our focus consistently upon love, and not a love that's an opposite to hate. The love that is prior to and or beyond any idea of hate being imagined, or any idea of fear being imagined, or any idea of evil being imagined. There's a love that's prior to and beyond all that. And in any moment when I feel disturbed, I've let my focus stray away from this love. And I can put my focus back on this love. And it is possible. It takes training and trust that grows as we train. But it is possible.